Mitro and Bandhuvam, this is your presenter Dr. J. Reddy at South Asia Maps, Intellectual Kshatriya channel, which brings India-centric topics, history, culture and heritage for the audience in the iconographic form. Once a while, I will also be posting other related topics. Today we are continuing our fascinating journey discussing about the overall the human population overshoot, bottleneck century, and human ecology and predicament, the part 20. In this, essentially the work of Dr. William Catton Jr. based upon his monumental books, that is the Overshoot, second book, the Bottleneck. The current topic of discussion is there are 8,000 million people on the planet today, that is 8 billion people. That is 8 billion humans round about 2025 AD. How to remember them? I will explain you here. That is remembering made easy. That is 8 billion humans on the planet Earth, remembering made easy. That is the topic of discussion today, and this is the part of our overall general discussion. We started Overshoot book, Dr. William Catton Jr. and Bottleneck Century, and this is my YouTube channel, South Asia Maps J. Reddy. This is the YouTube channel, and there are many interesting videos, more than 220 or so. You can go and look at them, and if you like them, and you can subscribe them. This particular topic I will be putting under playlist called, that is the playlist I will put in two playlists, human population one, you already have 3 presentations there, and human ecology we already have 18 presentations there. Before we start, if a lot of people from South Asia are accessing this video, I will make the things very easy for you. So we have a great epic in South Asia, Mahabharata, about the story of the descendants of the King Bharat. You remember Mahabharata. There, what is a million? What is a billion? What is a trillion? Very easy. Mahabharata. You start with the T. Trillion is very easy to remember. There will be 12 zeros. 6 here, 6 is. T is 12. Just half it, there are 6 zeros. That is M. That is M. Million means there will be 6 zeros. Trillion means 12 zeros. T. In between them is billion, 9 zeros. We have 6 zeros, million, 9 zeros, billion, 12 zeros, trillion. South Asia, we have a concept called Lakh and Crore. Lakh is left to million. You see LM, that is 5 zeros. Crore is 10 million. If you position yourself on million, one step below is lakh, 1 zero less. One step above is crore. Okay. And to put this in the proper context, let's say the population of India is around about 1500 million. You say 1500 million. That is nothing but 15,000 lakh people live in India. 1500 million. And crore means 150 crore people live in India. That is 1.5 billion people live in India. In the entire planet Earth, 8 billion, among which 1.5 billion live in India around about 17 or 18%. Again, 1.5 billion people live in mainland China. So very easy to remember. Remember Mahabharata, then you won't get lost. This is very important because whenever we are talking about the human impasse, imbroglio, and the human predicament we are facing today on the planet Earth, you have to comprehend the population. That is very, very important, and this is one way to remember the things. How do you remember? See, here we have a planet Earth. This is the new world. That is Western Hemisphere, west of, we can say, Ireland and England, Greenwich line. There are 1 billion people live here. Actually, around about 2017, there are 7.6 billion or so. This video is recorded in 2022 July. That means around about there are 7,800 million, that is 7.7 or 7.8 billion. So the number is not that critical. You remember, we made it 8 billion. So among which 1 billion is in the new world, that is 2 Americas. So how do you remember again? There are around about 600 in North America, north of Panama Canal. South America, we made it 400, 430, make it 400. So it's not, again, just we are trying to understand a concept. 600 and 400 is 1,000. 1,000 million is 1 billion. New world is 1 billion. And we have Europe here, and we have Africa here. This is 2 billion. 1 billion, 2 billion. Again, how you split the 2 billion people in Europe and Africa? We have given around about 700 in Europe, 1,300 in Africa. So 700, 1,300 is 2,000. That is 2 billion. So there is 1 billion here. There are 2 billion here. And we already know, and very easy to remember, India and China almost have the same population now. That is 1,500 millions in India, almost the same in China. 1,500 is 3,000 million, that is 3 billion. You have 1 billion here, 2 billion here, 3 billion here. That is, we counted for 6 billion. And next, Europe and Africa put 2 billion, that is the rest of Asia. So very easy to remember this. 1 billion, 2 billion in Europe and Africa, 2 billion the rest of Asia, 3 billion is in the giants, that is China and India. And again, when you, this is not again that critical when you come to Asia. Asia itself has around about 4,500 million people, that is 4.5 billion, among which we counted 3,000 in China and India, you see here. And the very big countries, Japan has 130, Philippines, that is Luzon and Mindanao island groups, they have 110 million, Vietnam. So 100, you say is 100, 100, 300 here. The country of Indonesia, Islamic country, has 300 million people. Pakistan has a 200 million people. Bangladesh is a nearly 200, but not exactly. Just I rounded up. 200 here, 200 here, 300 here, 100 here, 100 here, perhaps 150 you make it. And Turkey and Iran have 80 million, and by 2050 they will cross 100 very easily. So that's just broadly to have an idea. That is, we made the things very easy for you to remember. 3, that the 800 million, 8,000 million people on the planet Earth today made easy 8 billion. If you go here, and I am trying to show again very easy. This is the planet Earth, is a globe, it is a sphere. And put one more sphere to that is a sphere. Put one more sphere, that becomes 8. Sphere on the top of sphere is 8, means 8 billion people live on the planet today, among which again New World is 1 billion, Europe and Africa 2 billion, that is 3, China and India 3, that is 3 plus 3 is 6, and the rest of Asia is 2. By 2050 or 2055 or so, there will be 10 billion people on the planet Earth. How do you remember again? Again easy. The sphere, this is a 0. Put 1 in front of that, 10 billion. We are moving towards 10 billion. That is the perhaps the population the planet Earth can bear, and beyond which it will not be moving any further. That is the human impasse bottleneck we will be talking about. So, in order to understand the human predicament, the population bottleneck, population overshoot, human impasse, human imbroglio, the difficult position humanity has put themselves, you need to comprehend population. Whenever we talk about it, you should have very, very broad idea. And I hope this video made the things very easy for you. And Mitrom and Bandhuvam, friends, if you like our videos, South Asia maps, I will appreciate if you go and make a subscription and put your comments, and see you later in other presentations.